Pisces, hey, how are you? Maya here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to be back with you for your general reading, May 2022. So I've been away all April because, as I said before, this channel is not monetized. I live in Egypt and it takes a long time for mail to get here to be able to do the verifications and stuff. So I have to work in the meantime, so I couldn't be with you in April. But now I'm back, so let's get straight into it. So, Pisces, I got a vision for you where with a very cloudy skies, like those low winter skies, very gray, very cloudy, sort of milky as well, milky gray, low skies. Very foggy, no visibility whatsoever. And then the sun started piercing through the clouds, but really just, an inkling of light behind the clouds. Just like, when you guess that the sun is right there, but it's clouded basically, but it's right there in the background, right? And I got the words behind the scenes. So what I got is that you've been feeling like you've been in a long winter day, winter times, and we are just coming out of winter, of course, but it's more on a soul level, like you couldn't see a way forward, or you were blocked by clouds. Maybe your thinking was cloudy as well, not seeing a breakthrough in whatever area of your life. And it looks like it's just about to change. I didn't get like a full bright sun, shining through, but I got this feeling of the sign just being right behind the scenes, right? And that's exactly the words I've got. Something is brewing right behind the scenes. So let's see where this takes us in your reading, how this translates, and maybe you will get an outcome for this. Does the sun actually completely shine finally? I should say, because it looks like it's been a long, cloudy day. And so I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Let's start straight away, Pisces. So right at the center of your reading, you've got Judgment. Wow, momentous. Crossed by the Eight of Pentacles. So it could have to do with your work, your finances, your professional life. At the base of your reading, you've got the Ten of Swords. Intense. Crowning you, the Knight of Pentacles. So here's this lack of progression, this feeling of stagnation. Then recent past, you've got the Seven of Swords. Near future, the Star. Look at that. All right. The way you see yourself in the situation is death. Environment, Temperance. Hopes and fears, the Eight of Wands. And the outcome is the Knight of Wands. We'll clarify some of these right now. So I want to clarify the center of your reading, Judgment and the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Yes, you've been stuck. You've been stuck. And now let's see this final outcome. Wow. Wow. Yeah, and the Magician, bottom of your deck. So let's get straight into it, Pisces. So yeah, you're coming out of, or you're coming into May, let's say. You are coming from a place where you felt extremely stuck, tight, maybe tight on money as well, just stuck, right, with the Eight of Swords. Here is this blindfold, which is exactly the vision that I got for you, Pisces. where you couldn't see a way forward. You felt imprisoned, you felt shackled, you felt it's like the walls were closing in on you, right? And of course, the Eight of Swords can be a mental prison, can be a self-imposed mental prison, overthinking things, over-analyzing, analysis paralysis, and it does, these bandages are very flimsy. It will only take a few movements to get them off, and then you can take the blindfold off. But sometimes we're just unable to do that, right? Even though these bandages could come off at the first movement, we just can't take that move, right? And with the Four of Pentacles, I'm getting shut down, closed off, maybe very tight on money as well, just stuck, right? And this could have to do with your passion, your physical life, your material life. Money really comes out here with all these pentacles. With your professional life, maybe projects not taking off, not seeing a way forward. But this is clarifying judgment, so there is a new beginning here. And as I said, it's behind the scenes, because what you would be feeling coming into May is this, being stuck, feeling tight, feeling closed in, um, shut down, really, stagnancy, right? But here is judgment, which is like a new day, rebirth, uh, something that seemed dead, being reincarnated for, being rebirthed for a new reincarnation. It's really coming out of the coffins, really, for a new calling, for a new day. It's, that's what Judgment Day is. That's what judgment is. It's Phoenix rising up from the ashes. So yeah, the sun that is hiding right behind all the clouds in the skies, it's right there, It's like judgment is being obscured, really, by this stagnancy, by you being blindfolded, not seeing a way forward, feeling tight on money, or in your professional life, or in your material life in general. But it's right there. It's right there behind the scenes, right? So yeah, that's coming into May. At your base, you've got the Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's been long and hard. But again, here is this brand new beginning. It is just the start of that in May, but it's there. It is solid. It's Pentacles. It's the Page of Pentacles. It's a young energy. It's an instigating energy, but it's there. And it's coming to clarify the Ten of Swords. So yeah, you have hit rock bottom. All these clouds, right? The darkest hour before dawn, when you couldn't see, this lack of visibility that I was seeing, this lack of clarity as well that I was seeing in your vision. 10 swords in the back do hurt. I mean, you're coming out of a very hurtful cycle, maybe very difficult, very challenging cycle, where you felt maybe betrayed, maybe stabbed in the back, maybe just too many painful experiences that made you hit rock bottom. But again, this is a 10, so it's a completion. And here is this new dawn that is profiling, again in the background, and that is going to take over all these clouds and this dark night, maybe dark nights of the soul for you guys. I'm saying dark nights because it can keep recurring, right? Where there's such a humongous healing crisis that you think you can never get out of this energy here, but you absolutely do, because there is this Page of Pentacles. It is the promise of a new day, and we saw that with Judgment as well, crowning you. So the way you are perceiving this with your consciousness is that you're stuck again, and you're standing still. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the whole deck that doesn't move. He's just standing there. He's solid. I mean, I think you've been extremely resilient in all of this, and in your environment you have temperance. You've been extremely patient, extremely resilient throughout this process. But it's this I get this frustration, this feeling of almost claustrophobic feeling of not being able to see your way forward, all these clouds, this lack of visibility, and just the stagnancy, no progress really. or such slow and steady progress that it's almost not perceivable, right? In your recent past, you have the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So maybe around you, there were people who were cheating, lying, manipulating, mind games, power tripping, stuff like that. Really bad behavior around you. Absolutely could have been there, and could have been part of these clouds that were stopping you from seeing clear. It could be also your own illusions, delusions, because, with the Seven of Swords, we could be lying to ourselves as well. It could be actually denial, right? Because denial is when we are lying to ourselves, but we're not even aware of it at some level. It could be that, absolutely, but could be also people who are extremely sneaky and underhanded, and it's clarified by the Queen of Swords. So here, here are the clouds that I was talking about. They're disappearing, or coming down, and here's this blue sky that represents, and your head is in the blue, right? So you're starting to gain clarity, you're starting to gain your visibility, you're starting to gain a grasp on whatever is happening, if this is other people or if it's you being in denial about something. Could be about habits, bad habits, right? Or addictions, or just patterns that keep on repeating. It can be any and all of these things, or it could be other people, as I said. And here is you telling whatever this is to back off, like back off. Whether it's people, you're telling them off. You're having healthy boundaries. You're gaining clarity. And if it's your own sort of illusions, or because in any healing crisis, we do tend to get illusions that are shattered all over the place. And maybe this is you just gaining mental clarity around whatever habits or patterns need to stop, and you telling them to back off as well. So this is in the recent past, this is beautiful, and this is leading you in the near future to the most beautiful healing with the star Aquarius energy. Like, this is big time healing, guys. This is wow. This is, this is you aligning with your highest version again. This is you aligning with the universe. This is you feeling so healed that you can be naked, that you can be vulnerable. This is you balancing your emotions and your physical life. It's also wishes coming true. It's a beautiful card of hope and alignment with the universe. And this is in your near future. And this is, I think, what's been happening behind the scenes and just taking off here in May. The way you see yourself in the situation is death and the Hierophant. So wow. Yes, again, as I said, intense energy. You've been in the throes, in the thick of change, in the throes of big time transformation. We're talking soul level transformation here. We're talking big time healing crisis that would have been an extremely steep learning curve, and this is exactly what I'm seeing here. Scorpio energy, death. I mean, you've got. I get to the Hierophant in 1 second, but you've got such momentous major arcana here, which are the main influences, right, in a reading. And look at that. You have literally death and rebirth, death and rebirth. And this is all a transformation, right? It's, these guys are coming out of their coffin for a new incarnation, and what bigger transformation is there in the world but that? I mean, and with death literally here, Scorpio energy, I mean, this is I cannot tell you how profound this is. Maybe coming out of this, you might feel like a totally new person. You might feel like you are just, it's like shedding a skin, right? It's like, really the best way to describe it is the butterfly coming out of its chrysalis. It's that big of a transformation, that fundamental of a transformation, death and rebirth, really phoenix rising up from the ashes here, guys. And this is so big. I can't tell you that it's in your professional life or in your love life, or this seems too big it could be any and all of these things. It could be your own self-identity, the stories that you had about yourself. Just it's just that momentous, right? And with the Hierophant coming out with, death here, Taurus energy, it's like you've been guided through all this. You've really been guided. You've been listening to your guidance as well. And maybe even if at times you felt too stuck, too hurt to actually hear your guidance, but you've been guided all the way here. You've been carried. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm hearing. Because it was just so big that at some point you were like, you were about to give up. You were about to actually, literally die because of how hard it was at some points. And but you've been guided. You've been carried through this. Wow, Pisces, this is big. Environment, temperance. So this is great. So this tells me that you've been extremely patient throughout this process. You've been extremely tempered with your, maybe the way you were with other people, the way you were with yourself as well, giving yourself the time and space to heal through this, because you would have known that this is something big. You would have known that this is something that is some kind of soul trajectory that you had to go through, right? And now it's the right divine timing for alchemy to happen, for you to transmute all this. This is in your environment. This is what's happening behind the scenes. This is exactly the kind of healing that we're talking about. It's the right divine timing for that. Alchemy is happening. Transmutation is happening here. In your hopes and fears, you have the Eight of Wands. So yeah, I can understand why it's there, because you would have been scared never to be able to move ahead again, and hoping that finally some kind of energy would come and take you out of this stuck mode, really stuck, stagnant mode. And here it is, this is in your hopes and fears, and this is exactly what the Eight of Wands talks about. It's the bullseye. It's like these wands are arrows that have been shot in the past. They are, have so much momentum behind them, and they're going to land exactly where they're supposed to land. And then look at this beautiful outcome that you have here. Wow, Pisces, this is big. So clarifying the Knight of Wands. So you finally gaining your passion back, gaining your mojo back, wanting to go places, being motivated, maybe even impulsive. That's because, when we get this rush of energy after being so stagnant, we want to do everything and everything, right? You're getting news about something. For some of you, it might be about this professional thing, this project, this promotion, whatever it is, that's been stuck, because I'm really getting that as well. And look at that. A brand new beginning in your spirit. This is really you coming up on top, coming out of all this on top, right? With the Ace of Wands, this life force, this energy, this motivation, this exhilaration, enthusiasm that is coming back to you. It's a blessing. It's a gift from the universe, and you're celebrating with loved ones, and this big ass cycle is over. Whatever it was, dark nights of the soul, big time healing, whatever it was in your life. This is so big, I cannot pinpoint one single thing, but it is coming to a close. And look at really look at your major arcana here. Oh, and I have to show you the Magician. The Magician at the bottom of your deck. So manifesting a brand new beginning again. Look at these. So this has been extremely intense. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana. Wow, in your reading. I mean, come on. So guys, yes. Big time transformation. Big time transformation where sometimes you felt literally dead. Okay, I'm gonna say it. And this is, you've been patient, and it's time for this to be transmuted. You've been guided through all this. The Spirit was there for you every step of the way. And now it is literally healing and rebirth. You know, whichever way you take these, that's what it says. It's rebirth, and just manifesting a brand new cycle, a brand new beginning. Star quality, wishes coming true, and just the most beautiful. This is what this sun that I was seeing behind the skies, behind these clouds. This is what's been happening. This transformation that was so hard and long and just like really really painful. It is, you know, taking you to this most beautiful place of expansion, healing, wishes coming true, rebirth, abundance. It's just wow. Look at these. So this is what I've got for you, Pisces. I hope this helped. If you like the reading, please leave me thumbs up so I can finally monetize this channel. If this spoke to you, please leave me comments. I love to read them. And if you're a newcomer, please subscribe. Thank you for passing by. I'll see you soon.